Hello everyone, and welcome to Explain the Charts. Today, June 12th, 2025, we're analyzing NZDUSD, New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar, incorporating news and chart data to make informed trading decisions. Let's start by reviewing the latest news headlines concerning NZDUSD. FX Street indicates NZD/USD is trading around 0.6020, declining for the second straight session, and Economist.com indicates 0.6025 as a significant support level. Now, let's move to the charts. We'll examine the daily, hourly, and 15-minute timeframes to identify key support and resistance levels, potential trend reversals, and optimal entry and exit points. Let's start with a broad look at the daily chart to get a sense of the overall trend. This will set the stage for our more granular analysis. We'll focus on the period from January 2024 to today, June 12th, 2025. Looking at the daily chart, we can see a period of consolidation followed by some volatility. The pair experienced a notable drop around April 2024, then made a bit of a recover. This appears to have been followed by consistent consolidation since November 2024. Let's zoom in on a more recent period to get a clearer picture of recent price action. We'll look at the more recent candles, starting from May 1st, 2025, to better understand the current trend. There was a rise in the first half of May, but then it dropped significantly, recovered, then looks to be dropping again. The most recent couple of candles have been bearish. Now, let's switch to the 1-hour chart for a more detailed look at the price action leading up to today. This will help us identify short-term trends and potential trading opportunities. On the hourly chart, we observe more granular price movements. Let's narrow our focus on the last couple of days. Let's examine the area between June 10th, midnight UTC, and June 12th, 23:32 and 32 seconds Universal Time Coordinated, our current time, to pinpoint specific areas of support and resistance on the 1-hour chart. We can see a choppy pattern suggesting indecision in the market. The price hasn't maintained a clear upward or downward trajectory. We saw that the USD was generally weaker. This is probably why it's moving upward slightly. Let's go to the 15-minute chart to try to pinpoint areas to trade. We can see that the most recent candlestick is quite bearish on the 15-minute chart. Let's zoom into the last 12 hours, so from June 12th, 2025, 11:32 and 32 seconds Universal Time Coordinated to now. On the 15-minute chart, we can see very short-term fluctuations. As of right now, considering our recent 15-minute candlestick, there is potential to short the NZDUSD in the short term, assuming it continues on the current trend. However, it's important to note that we're working with very short-term trends here. For longer-term analysis, we should look at our daily charts to decide our approach. For now, the most important levels to watch out for are support at 0.6025, indicated by today's news, and to reiterate, the resistance is 0.60686, as reported by TradingView today. The overall likelihood of hitting those price levels in the short term is medium. Watch out for major news events that may change the value of the USD. Thanks for watching Explain the Charts.